Hey, so today I wanted to show you how you can do this brightening technique that everybody's been doing without wearing a ridiculously full coverage white concealer, because I think it's a little silly. So I was super intrigued when I first saw the videos of people using this white concealer because obviously it looks crazy, and then you see the finished product and it's super duper brightening and it looks really nice. One thing that I want to just quickly point out is that a lot of the videos that I watched, and I don't know about you guys, they all have that skin softening filter. They're all using really, really high coverage concealers that are bright white. And a lot of people are blending their foundation over top. So it ends up being this ridiculously thick amount of product that is just completely unnecessary. You can get that brightening effect and you don't have to be using a shit ton of product. Especially I don't know, I'm 31 now. The older you get, you just can't be wearing that thick ass coverage. You know what I mean? Today I wanted to show you kind of a side by side. So the first thing I'm gonna do is conceal underneath my eyes using just a regular concealer, something that's close to my skin tone. So the concealer that I'm gonna use to start off, just for a little bit of coverage, is the Tarte Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand. So I'm going to apply this on both sides of my eye. So I'm gonna start off by concealing both sides of my eyes. Basically just to get rid of my dark under eye circles. So I'm just gonna place it here. I'm gonna use the Sigma E61 brush to blend that out. And I'm just gonna focus this wherever my dark circles are pretty much to conceal that darkness. So basically directly underneath my eyes, not taking it all the way up to my lash line so that I don't get creasing, since I already have lines there. So this is what a regular concealer looks like. This is relatively close to my skin tone. I didn't do any color correcting. I just went down, put down something close to my actual skin tone. So now I'm gonna use something much lighter. It's not white, but it is very light. This is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer Pen in the shade Snow, which could look white. It's not white. It's a very, 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 very pale color though. I'll give you a little side by side with my Tarte Shape Tape so you can see the difference. So depending on how dark or how light the concealer is, it will intensify this brightening effect. Snow Concealer by Jouer, and then this is Tarte Shape Tape, the one that I used to conceal. You can see the difference. So what I'm gonna do, has a little button, is I'm going to brighten in here. And right here. Okay. And now I'm going to use that same brush to blend that out. So I'm going to start with the outer part. Now the reason that you're focusing in these areas, I don't know if anyone has really talked about this, is because highlighting this area right here is going to kind of accentuate a lift to your eye because you're going right just above your cheekbone. So making this area darker and this area lighter is going to accentuate that lift of the eye. This area is also susceptible to darkness, especially for me. I don't know about you guys. And I can take that line all the way up if I want it to be a little bit more intense. Now, for here, I'm going to really focus that brightening in that inner corner, bringing it just down into the hollow of the eye. But up here, I really want to blow it out. Okay, so that's the difference. This side is just Shape Tape with the concealer color that is close to my skin tone, and this side is with the very light concealer highlighting in those two areas. So you can see how it reflects the light very nicely, but it also doesn't look like super duper heavy coverage. It definitely doesn't look like what people are doing with those really high coverage white concealers. Now, depending on your skin tone, if you're ridiculously fair, you can totally use a white concealer, but you can pretty much get the exact same effect, that nice brightening and lifting effect with just a slightly lighter concealer. I do this on the regular actually. Recently it's become a favorite technique of mine. However, I don't use something this light. I've been using the serum, or the Sephora Serum Concealer, Sephora Bright Future Serum Concealer in Bavarian Cream, which is lighter. Here, I'll show you the difference. But it's still darker than Snow. So you can see it's right here. So it's a couple shades lighter maybe than my Tarte Shape Tape, and this is Snow. And just quickly before I go, similar to placing it out here, this, if you lighten this area, I mean, most of you probably know about like a nice light inner corner, or applying some kind of like a shimmery shade in your inner corner. It really just like opens up the eyes, makes the eyes look much less tired. This area, especially for someone like me, because I have more deep set eyes, gets dark real quick. And it just intensifies when like I haven't been sleeping, or just my dark circles in general. So brightening that is really going to help make your eyes look much more like wide and awake, and just like healthier overall. You can kind of see like on this side, we still have quite a bit of darkness in here. So if that's something that you know, have been dealing with, then this kind of like brightening concealer technique is really nice. And like I said, I've been doing it recently. I just don't use something like this light. I definitely don't use a white concealer. So I would be happy to try this technique, like the full coverage white concealer and then going over it with my foundation. Just let me know if you want to see that, and I can pick up a white concealer because I don't have any anymore. I mean, it's a pretty big difference. Noticeable at the very least. Hope this was helpful in some way, or that you enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite brightening concealers are down below. I really love the Sephora one, the Bright Future Concealer, because it's just like super lightweight and hydrating, and just overall kind of creates like a healthy look. So I'll link all of those concealers down below, and yeah, see you soon.